You walk into a room, and the dog that ignores everyone else comes straight to you. You sit on a park bench, and a toddler you've never met locks eyes with you from across the playground. You're at a friend's house, and their cat, the one they swear hates strangers, curls up on your lap. And people say things like, "Wow, she never does that," or "Animals just love you, huh?" But here's what they don't say, and what you might not have language for yet: animals and babies aren't just drawn to you randomly. They're responding to something, not something you're doing, something you're being. And if this keeps happening to you, if you're the person children stare at in grocery stores and animals gravitate toward without invitation, I want you to stay with me for the next few minutes, because what I'm about to walk you through isn't mystical, it's physiological. And it might explain why you've always felt like you're transmitting on a frequency most people can't detect. Here's my promise. By the end of this, you'll understand what babies and animals are actually sensing in you, and why that same quality that draws them in might also exhaust you around adults. But first, let's start with the question that matters. Not why do they like me? A better question is, what am I giving off that pre-verbal beings can read? Because babies and animals don't have the filters adults do. They haven't learned to ignore their nervous system. They haven't been trained to mistrust their instincts. So when they look at you, they're not seeing your clothes, your status, or your social performance. They're reading your energy field. And I don't mean that in a vague, spiritual way. I mean your actual physiological state, your nervous system signature, the electromagnetic field your heart generates. Now here's the first thing babies and animals sense in empaths: calm presence without agenda. Most adults enter a space with a goal. They want something, they need something, they're performing, managing, calculating, and babies feel that. Animals feel that. It's tension, it's noise. But empaths, especially empaths who've learned to self-regulate, often move through the world differently. Not because you're trying to be calm, because your nervous system has been trained, often through necessity, to be aware, to modulate, to not impose. Let me give you a quick scene. You're at a family gathering. There's a baby being passed around. Everyone's doing the thing, the high-pitched voice, the exaggerated faces, the "come here, sweetie," and the baby is tolerating it, maybe even smiling. But their body is a little stiff. Then you sit down nearby. You're not trying to engage, you're just present. And the baby turns their head, looks at you, holds your gaze. Why? Because you're not asking anything of them. Your nervous system isn't sending out demands. You're not performing enthusiasm, you're just there, regulated, available, safe. Now a tiny check-in. Don't think, just notice. When a baby stares at you, do you feel seen in a way that's almost uncomfortable? Do you feel like they're looking through you, not just at you? If yes, that's not magical thinking, that's recognition. They're sensing something true about you that most adults have stopped noticing. And here's what they're sensing: emotional congruence. Babies and animals are exquisitely attuned to whether your inside matches your outside. Adults learn to smile when they're angry, laugh when they're hurt, say "I'm fine" when they're falling apart. Babies and animals never learn that skill, and they don't trust people who use it. But empaths, especially empaths who've done inner work, often have less distance between what they feel and what they show. Not because you're oversharing, because you're not fragmenting. Your system isn't running two programs at once, one for the world and one for yourself. So when a dog approaches you, they're not sensing kindness as a concept. They're sensing coherence. They're sensing that the energy coming off your body matches the energy inside your body. And to a nervous system that evolved to detect threat, coherence reads as safety. This brings us to the second thing they sense. You're not a predator. And I don't mean that literally. I mean energetically. Most people, without realizing it, carry a kind of grasping energy. They want to be liked. They want to control the interaction. They want the baby to smile, the dog to come, the cat to purr. And that wanting creates pressure. Babies feel it as demand. Animals feel it as pursuit. But empaths, particularly empaths who've been overwhelmed by others' needs, often develop the opposite quality. You've learned not to chase, not to impose, not to need something from every interaction. And that absence of pursuit is what makes you safe. Here's a small truth that might land hard. The same quality that makes animals trust you is the quality that makes some adults uncomfortable around you. Because you're not performing, you're not managing their emotions, you're not working to make them comfortable, and people who are used to controlling the emotional temperature of a room don't know what to do with someone who isn't participating in that game. So the dog comes to you. The baby stares. The adult feels vaguely unsettled and can't explain why. Now, the third thing babies and animals detect, and this one is crucial, you notice them as beings, not objects. Most people look at a baby and see cute. They look at a dog and see pet. There's affection, sure, but there's also a kind of objectification. The baby is there to be adored. The dog is there to be played with. But empaths often do something different. You meet their gaze and you see them. You recognize consciousness, you treat them like subjects, not objects, and they feel that difference instantly. I'll give you another scene. You're at a park. There's a child, maybe 2 years old, playing alone near the swings. You're sitting on a bench, you glance over, and the child is staring at you. Not smiling, not waving, just looking. And you don't do what most adults do. You don't perform delight, don't wave exaggeratedly, don't call out. You just hold the gaze for a moment, maybe nod slightly, maybe offer a small, genuine smile. And the child keeps staring because you didn't break the moment with performance, you didn't make it about you, you let them lead. That's what I mean by seeing them as beings. You're not using them to feel good about yourself, you're meeting them. So what does this mean for you? If animals and babies are consistently drawn to you, it means your nervous system is doing something right. It means you've cultivated, probably through a lot of pain and adaptation, a quality that pre-verbal beings recognize as safe. But here's the part that might sting a little. That same quality, that calm, non-agenda, coherent presence, it often costs you energy to maintain around adults. Because adults expect performance. They expect you to manage them, enthuse for them, mirror them. And when you don't, they feel the absence and call you cold, distant, or too intense. So you're in this strange position. The beings who can't lie, who can't perform, who haven't learned to mistrust their instincts, they trust you immediately. But the beings who've learned to armor, to fragment, to demand, they often don't know what to do with you. Here's what I want you to understand. Your sensitivity is not just about feeling more, it's about being more congruent, more present, less fragmented. And babies and animals are drawn to that because their survival depends on reading who's safe. You are being read correctly, not by everyone, but by the ones who still remember how. So the next time a child stares at you, or a dog crosses a room to sit at your feet, don't dismiss it. Don't call it coincidence. Let it be evidence. Evidence that your nervous system, despite everything it's been through, is still capable of broadcasting safety. And that's not a small thing. That's not a cute quirk. That's your system telling you, I haven't closed, I'm still here, I'm still real. And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of friend you've been looking for all along. Not someone who performs connection. Someone who is simply undeniably present. The babies and animals already know. Now you do too.